Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do Nemesis Reloaded, issue number 4 by Image Comics, made by Mark Millar, Jorge Jimenez, and we're going to dive right in. Um, yep. So, it seems that Los Angeles is burning. I like the art. I think Jorge Jimenez is a good artist. He is, but he's, you can see digital art, and I don't want to complain about that too much because I really enjoy his art, but I don't know. It's just, I don't know. Maybe this is the evolution. I don't know. I just like more traditional art, but that is here nor there. I like his art. If his art comes along, it piques my interest. I admit that, right? But yeah, okay. But looks good. With from inside the house, there's details. There's more atmosphere, lighting. It's just pretty good. So this woman called Maggie. So Nemesis is breaking into her house, and she says, "I used to be a cop in the old days, a friend of your ambitious new mayor, before a junkie put a bullet in my back, and I ended up in this stupid chair." "I know who you are, Maggie. Of course you do. You're little Anderson's boy, aren't you? I always had a feeling you'd come back to get us after we busted your mother and father. I've seen you coming in my dreams for a while and probably do the same in your position." So Nemesis said that, well, she's pretty calm for what's going to happen to her. Well, and then she says, well, because she was now in a wheelchair, it gives her a different perspective of life. Okay. And so she says, "We had a great 100 years with our country of ours, but I don't think anyone can save America now. All empires crumble in the end, and it's never how we think. The greatest power is just getting eaten from the inside while the money shifts to somewhere else." So yeah, Nemesis says, yeah, Rome, Spain, Portugal, England, it's just America's turn to fall. Not sure why he wants to do that. It's just pure anarchy, right? The real, how do you say, motivation eludes me a little bit. This is a revenge thing, right? Because people killed his parents, his criminal parents, rightfully so. But the whole fall of this society eludes me a little bit here. But then Maggie says, "You couldn't have done this 50 years ago when we believed in our institutions. But now the people are empty inside and they murdered a neighbor for a pair of sneakers." I totally agree. So yeah, there's some real world stuff in here that I really don't want to read, but at the same time, it's actually true, right? I mean, if I see videos online, I see people just doing nothing when people getting beaten, or threatened by somewhere else. They just stand there with their mobile phones, just recording, doing nothing. Yeah, I it's really concerning, by the way. I mean, I remember a time when people just stuck up with, for each other and helping each other. And there's, of course, places that's still happening there. But, in a certain society that we are living now in, that we see that you getting punished for helping people because you are taking matters in your own hand. And that's, I don't know, criminal now or something. That's just so weird. I don't know, man. I just don't like it where this is going. But, maybe it's too late. I don't know. Let's move on because I'm getting depressed of talking about this topic. Anyway, so Nemesis says that he already, injected the liquor that she's drinking with the derivative of the lethal injection the doctors used when they executed his parents. So basically, she's now, I don't know, being paralyzed and can do nothing anymore. And then Nemesis thinks that it's some kind of the same punishment what his parents must have been gone through when their bodies were tranquilizers and the poison hits their heart. I don't know, man. I mean, she's getting burned alive while she can do nothing. I believe that's a little bit different than, getting an injection, in prison. That's a tiny little very big difference, dude. Anyway, so this old man, he's been pressured into this. He says he doesn't want to do it. And he says, well, if I were you, I find it strange, Jake, because if you don't do exactly as I say, and then His neck thing is going off, and he's just panicking. He says, "Why are you doing this? We're killing and torturing innocent people." So then he's getting a lecture, and he says, "Finish the job." Well, I'll make a call to her old friend. So Nemesis then calls the mayor. She says, "Hey, I got your buddy Maggie here, and she's going to be set on fire. Maybe you should come here as quickly as possible." So yeah, the mayor, turns around, but then it's already too late because he's just killing her anyway, and she can do nothing about it. Yeah, that's painful. So the mayor comes, but it's too late. He has an explosion, and then Nemesis walks outside, killing cops. And what is this cop doing? Are you running towards him? Why? You just stand behind your car and shoot him. That's probably my biggest gripe with the whole Nemesis. He seems a little bit too invincible. Nobody can tackle him, challenge him. He can do whatever he wants, whenever he wants. And, it's like, maybe I said that before, it's more like a power fantasy of this guy because he's not Superman or Batman, right? He's just a guy that he's pretty good at what he does. But he just also walks out with any, protection, just shooting cops. Like he's so how do you say, impressed with himself that nobody can do anything about it because he's 10 steps ahead of everyone, right? So he also says, "What the hell are you trying to do?" And so he shoots him in his legs, right? And just walks away. "You don't die till this Friday, Mr. Mayor." Right? So that's probably my biggest gripe. I wish there was some kind of protagonist, and there's only one issue after this. Is there going to be a big fight? I don't know. Maybe, there's a hint. There is another spin-off coming. I believe it's called Big Game or something like that, and it brings back an old character back from the days, where ultraviolence was still a thing. I think that's cool, but he is also there, so yeah, that spoils for me a little bit that he's not going to die. We'll see, right? We'll see. Meanwhile, he's just standing here over the city like it's Batman. Why are people so obsessed with superheroes? Is it something bright to get us through the dark times? Or are these hero capitalists with billion-dollar fortunes our fantasy savior in America's final days? T-shirts, movies, comics, books, toys, even the one you barely heard of, billboards all over the town. Yeah, Jupiter's Legacy. Yeah, that's that's also Mark's property. So yeah, he's taking the dick at his own work. Is Jupiter's Legacy for Mark Millar? Maybe I said something stupid right now, but I believe it is. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on. So he's in a hospital, and so people, try to comfort him. And says, "Well, yeah, Maggie, yeah, she was a great girl, hard worker, and saved a lot of people, etc." And then we get a message because somebody's trying to message him while he's in the hospital. So he says, "Good morning, Los Angeles. Welcome to more chaos and disorder. But this will seem like the good old days compared to what I've gotten coming next. The device behind me is an atomic bomb, and the bad news is I'm going to level the city if anyone is seen in public." How do you get a fucking atomic bomb over there? Where do you get it? That's like I said, he just do whatever he wants. Nothing seems impossible, right? Oh, I'm just ordering an atomic bomb online or something. Jesus Christ. So, and then he says there's some drones all over the place. If somebody steps outside, he just nukes the whole city. And so then he talks about the mayor. And he says, "I know he's recovering from the hospital because of gunshot wounds, but he can make everything right again if he meets me on the 5 p.m. train at the Pershing Square subway." And so then the mayor says, "Well, I'm going to do it because he has a hunch that everything will be over if he's dead because he knows he's gonna die. So then his wife comes in and try to comfort it, but at the same time is it's really emotional because she knows that he's probably gonna die. And right, so he goes out. He can walk, but then the writer is, Mark Millar is smart. He's telling us, look at this guy, shot in the leg, and he still refuses crutches. They don't make them like that anymore. True, yeah. Well, we have all these wussy actors whining and crying on social media all the time. It's actually true, except for a couple of you. He's heading off to die, man. What must that feel like? Don't count him out yet, says this cop. So he enters this train. And says, hey, you will find out soon enough what's going to happen to you. Nemesis says, and then, everybody's watching because this is live. He's broadcasting this. So he enters then the train, and then he's here. And this guy says, go back and play this again from every angle. We need to see what happened to him. Hello, Mr. Major. This is the nuclear bomb I was telling you about. Just, can you teleport? What's going on? Are you ready to answer some difficult questions? Because the entire city is depending on you right now. Right? And then, I don't know, he's outside later. Break in a castle, murder the owner, steal what she has in her vault for my master. So, basically, he is working for someone. Who's the big bad guy? We're probably going to see it in the next issue, maybe. And then he says, I know what happened to America's lost president. I already cracked the world's darkest secret. And that leads us to the next issue. Okay, so there's, like in the last issue that I reviewed, check it out and subscribe to my channel if you like what you're seeing and all that jazz. So there is a president that America has, but nobody knows, and he is uncovering it. So we got to see what's going to happen in the next book, in this one. There's a lot of things that I like here. There's a lot of things that is, that I mentioned before that eludes me. What is the true purpose of this whole story except revenge, and all that stuff. And Nemesis being a little bit too invincible, rubs me the wrong way. I mean, I don't mind being, an antagonist that is being really strong and hard to kill, but, nobody can touch him in this book. So, it feels a little bit weird. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about this comic, and give me a shout out in the chat below. I wanted to do this. And subscribe to my channel. See you next time. Bye.